USA Warrior Stories is a not-for-profit organization designed to record, archive, and share videos of veteran stories, to help veterans make a connection with one another and to help us all better understand their sacrifices for our freedoms.
I met my grandfather. He has served in World War I. I remember him grabbing a broom and going through his commands. And I remember him getting down on his belly. And whatever he was saying, which I do know now, on the front lit and rest position, he was making sounds like shooting. And he said the weapon was heavy. My grandfather was about my height. He was only about 5 feet tall. And he was an infantry. And then back in the 70s, my father used to watch Combat, Vic Morrow, and he used to watch Rat Patrol. Seeing all these shows and everything, and one day I decided to take a test at 17. I passed, and exactly when I was 18, they gave me a call. January 26th of 79, I swore in, and I landed in Fort Knox, Kentucky. I was only 110 pounds. And when I landed in Fort Knox as 11 Bravo, infantry, taking basic training, it was very simple. I grew up in a country with a shovel, doing concrete, axe, machetes, every tool that I was able to handle when I was a kid. Handling the shovel and doing a foxhole, it was a piece of cake. And I got away with a lot of things because I'm short, so the foxhole was a lot shorter than other guys. So I had to take a lot of less, but I know how to use the tools. I started as 11 Bravo, infantry. I moved into 13 Bravo, field artillery. I did 7 years with the 105, including the 258 company. Once we came back to New York, they put me in communications for the company field artillery. As a 13 Bravo, but communications. So I was in charge as an NCO in charge to do all the communications between the guns, the field artillery, the tents, and the FDC, Fire Direct Control, and the commander. We were deployed on December 9th, 1990. As a tractor and trailer driver, 88 Mike, we were attached as a combat support for the 82nd Airborne. When the ground war started, I was one of the guys who dropped off the Bradleys, just barely miles away to the borderline when they have the tank attack. We were part of that. One of our tanks got hit. We lost 22 guys from the 82nd Airborne. From different companies. I never met them, but I probably did transported them. We were picking up the 82nd Airborne at different locations. We went through the highway of death 3 times. We dismounted and we walked among the dead people. At the time, being young, not feeling a lot, we did the job. But it was devastating to see so much destruction in another human being. I had 2 chances to be killed overseas when I was in Saudi Arabia. One was a Scud missile that blew up just meters away from impact. So the blast just hit the window and I was standing by the window. The second one was when I was in a mission in a truck picking up a soldier. I was the lead truck and a Scud missile hit the barracks and killed 28 soldiers. And I felt the blast. When I was in overseas, I set up a little prayer because I said, this is the second chance. I may not have the third. So I set up a little prayer, and I believe it was just seconds, 7 to 10 seconds. And I said, Lord, take me out of this country and pair me with a beautiful woman so I could get married and have children. That's exactly what happened. I met somebody special. In 1993, when I got out, I became a building superintendent. 2 years ago, actually, my family said, you need to go back to the VA. You're not yourself. When I reported to the VA, I was diagnosed immediately with PTSD. Taking training for this, getting help, going to groups, anger management, getting together with the rest of the guys from different wars has helped me a lot for me to compose myself and just block the nightmares by talking about little things. We don't see the symptoms, we don't see the effects. We think we're okay. But my daughter was the one, she's 9 now, and she was 6.5 when she said, "Dad, would you like us to scream and yell at you the way you do it to us?" I had no idea that I was doing that. Number one, I just found out 18 months ago that I lost 60% of my hearing. So I was shouting, I was screaming, I was angry and don't know why. Tinnitus, I get that ringing. It drives me insane, but it goes away in 45 seconds. 45 seconds when you get that high ringing, it's a lot. And it throws you off. June 21st, 2018, the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, decided to say, "Frank, you can no longer be an employee to any other corporation. Your PTSD is so severe, we need to let you know. Please consider this. Talk to your wife and family. You cannot work." I understood because my wife has been preparing me on this. And finally, I said, yes, I guess I have to accept the fact that I have a disability. I was in denial, but with the help of a lot of other soldiers, they said, take it because you're going to create a lot more problems out there. Not only for yourself, for a lot of other people. Your stage of mind, it's not taking you to the right path to reasonable thinking. And I decided to take the disability. I feel a lot better now. I spend a lot more time with my daughter and family. And the anxiety of anticipation for a lot of things that probably will never happen, it's not happening anymore because now I could say, I'm home. I did what I did. I did my time in civilian time. I did my time in military. Now it's time for me to enjoy myself and get better, understand better what is PTSD. I need to work on this. I need to continue getting treatment, getting help and talking to people.